this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So, Leo, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So, let us get started. All right, Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Leo spirit. Leo, 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 for their highest good. What do you want to say to Leo? Oh, okay. One more card. Wow. Okay. So, Leo, you have finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Wow. So really try to find that peace, okay? Because I feel like you really need to open up your higher self, to open up your intuition. I feel like you really need to go within and really clear. You could also be in needing to clear your chakras, that's coming in very strong for me. So really find your sanctuary, okay? And that means opening to your spiritual sources. You also have Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. So definitely, wow, this is a beautiful card. Definitely believe in magic, because anything is possible. Anything. Miracles happen. I have seen so many things that it's like, what? It made my mouth open. So believe in magic. Believe that everything's going to fall into place. Believe that the universe has your back and that things are going to shift in your presence. Like things are just going to be moving. Everything's going to fall into place for you. Okay. Believe in magic, you guys. Believe in it. All right. So, oh, did I do that? Okay. So let us get started. Leo, 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 Leo. Let's see if we can find that card right there. All right. So Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Leo. Let me see how I can do this. Right here. Then this one right here. Oh, okay. Right there. All right. Okay. All right, Leo. Take a deep breath. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. All right, Spirit. Let me see what's going on for Leo. One card for the current. This is for Leo for their highest good. Gosh, just can't get that there. Okay, right there. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. For what you need to do now. What you need to, one for what you need to work on. Oh. And the outcome. What is the outcome? Wow, nice. Okay, so Leo, you start off with the Four of Cups. Maybe you were feeling like, you were feeling disconnected, like you couldn't really gather your thoughts, feel like maybe you were very overwhelmed. There could have been some kind of missed opportunities also. You have the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords is talking about, maybe you weren't seeing things clearly. Maybe you were feeling trapped. We'll see why it's here. You also have the Death card here for the past, and the Death card says that you're going through this transition where you're really changing a lot of things within you and around you. I feel also too that you needed to go through this because there was a lot of change. There was definitely a lot of change going on. You have the King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles is talking about that you're very there's a lot of wealth here. There was a lot of abundance coming through. You're trying to establish yourself in some kind of way. That you are definitely reaching that material success that you created or that you want. You're creating that. I also feel with the Six of Pentacles down here, as you're very giving, very loving. You came into some kind of money. Maybe you had some kind of extra money that was coming in. They're asking you to really try to balance yourself, to pay it forward. You have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands is talking about that you're moving forward. Definitely, you're progressing forward. There could have been some kind of proposal. There could have been some kind of celebration here also. You had the Ace of Cups, I'm sorry, for the what you need to work on, and there could be somebody new coming into your life, or there could have been somebody new coming in. Could have been a love interest, or it didn't have to be. It could have been a friend also. But definitely there was a new beginning here. There was a new start of something, so it's nice. And then you have the Chariot card for the outcome. The Chariot card is talking about there's traveling, there's moving forward, there's success, having things in control. I also feel like there was, for some of you guys, you could be moving also. So let's see actually what is going on with the cards coming up. Take what resonates with you, Leo, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Leo, 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 Leo. What's up, Leo? Rawr. Okay, here we go. The Four Cups. Why is the Four Cups here for Leo? One card. Wow. Okay. So, I truly feel with the Four of Cups here, I feel there was some kind of disconnection. I feel like you were not seeing things clearly. There were some kind of missed opportunities. I also feel like there is some kind of decision that you're going to have to make very soon, because the Two of Swords showed up. When the Two of Swords is here, it's asking you to really be observant of that decision. Really be mindful of it. Really, don't just do it too quickly, but really, there's some kind of decision here. But with the Eight of Swords here also being here, I feel with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords here, if you look at them, they both have their something across their face. Okay, so it's like spirits are saying that there is something here that you're trying not to see. You're not really seeing things clearly. You don't want to see something. You don't want to deal with something here. Because the Eight of Swords is talking about that maybe you can't move forward, that you're feeling trapped still, that you're in your mind about making some kind of decision. You want to go in a different direction, but you just don't know how. And I feel like with the Eight of Swords here, it's like she can move. She can easily go through the swords, right? But she doesn't. She doesn't want to. The rope around her is like loose, and she's like, oh gosh, I just don't want to, and I know I can, but I just don't want to. I don't want to make these decisions. I don't want to have to deal with all this, and that's you right now. And they're asking you to really find your courage, find your confidence to make the decisions that you need to. Because if you don't, you're going to keep feeling like this. Because not only do you have it right here, you have it right next to it. You see, it's right there. So really, really take that blindfold off so you can make better decisions, okay? Because you need to. You have the Eight of Swords here. And why is the Eight of Swords one more card? Wow. Okay. So like I said, maybe you're feeling trapped. Maybe you're feeling like you couldn't do anything. I feel like you can, because you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is talking about, hey, step back into your power, step back into your power. Be the leader that you are, Leo, because you can. You can make any decision that you want. Even if it's a wrong decision that you think that you made, it's still a decision that you have to deal with, okay? And it's something that you need to do, because it's going to stay here until you do it. You can change everything, but it's like it's weighing heavy in your mind. The Emperor is here, and he's saying that he has his gown over his armor. He's saying that, I can deal with anything that comes my way because I'm ready for it. And that's what way they want you, that's the way they want you to be. The leader, be that Emperor, be the leader. And then with the Four of Wands, I feel like, there could be somebody here, somebody in your life that's helping you push through all this nonsense, all this, not really nonsense, but the decisions, okay? Because there's something big that you have to deal with here. And I feel like you need to deal with it. It's like they're telling you, hey, Find your courage, find your confidence, because you can deal with it. You are Leo. You can move forward if you want to, but you need to start like dealing with it. With the with the Four of Wands, I feel like they're telling you, push forward. Don't give up. There is, ask people for help. Ask people for their input. Ask your significant other. What do you think? What do you think I should do? Put it all together. Write your pros, your cons, whatever it is. But they want you to move forward. Okay, they want you to keep pushing forward. And also with the Four of Wands, I also feel like there could be some kind of celebration also for you, that you will step back into being that leader. It's just that you need that confidence, and you will have it because you're the strength card. Your card is a strength card. You're gonna find that inner courage to deal with what you don't want to deal, or what you don't want to see. You have the death card here. The death card is saying, for the past, is saying that you've been going through a transition, been seeing things differently, changing things within you and changing things around you. You have the King of Pentacles here, and for what's hidden. So let's see what the King of Pentacles is about. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Leo? One more card. Wow. So you do have the King of Pentacles. Like I said, the King of Pentacles is about you're wanting to establish yourself, having a strong foundation. I feel like there was a lot of growth here, a lot of abundance, material success here for you. I also feel though, like with the Knight of Swords here, I feel like, you're very impatient about things. Very impatient, and you need that patience. You need to find that patience. Really don't make decisions very fast, but do take action. Do take action, because when the Knight of Swords shows up, nothing stops him. Whether you're her, or whether you're female or male, nothing stops him. And that's you, the Knight of Swords. Nothing is going to stop you from doing what you need to do, because at some point through this, you're going to say, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, you know what? I want to change this. You know what? I'm not going to be doing the same thing over and over, because the devil is here. The devil is saying that, don't go back to these old patterns just because, somebody said this or this and that, leave these old patterns behind, leave these old habits behind, change your ways, change what you need to change. Okay. Cause you need to, and have patience for everything. Cause, you may not have all the material success that you want, or the abundance that you want, but you do have a lot. You have a lot of good things that are in your life, and they're asking you, take a chance, because there are opportunities here. There's opportunities, there's good news coming in, there's happiness, but don't go back to the old patterns that you've been doing, okay? And that's the same patterns that you've been keep doing, change it up, because, it'll lead you to something better. So it's nice. This is very nice. I like this a lot. Wow. Just remember not to fall back to old patterns, Leo. Then you have the Six of Pentacles. And why is the Six of Pentacles here for Leo? One more card. All right. So with the Six of Pentacles, there was some kind of abundance that came in. Maybe you received some kind of more abundance than you thought you were going to get. There is some kind of abundance here. I feel like you're trying to balance everything out. But with the Moon card, I also feel like you don't know. I feel like you're not seeing things clearly, and really not seeing things clearly, because you have the Eight of Swords and you have the Two of Swords together. You really need to take that blindfold off and really see things for what they are. Okay. Right now we're going into a new moon, so you may not be able to see it clearly, because that's what the moon does to us. Doesn't make us see clearly. But I also feel like, you're very uncertain about what you want for the future. And that's where that decision is coming in. That is where this devil is coming in, because you're continuously doing the same thing over and over, and you feel like you're trapped, and you want it different. You want a difference. You have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups says there are going to be opportunities around you. So really pay attention, be more focused, okay? Because right now you're in that mode where you're disconnected. You need to go within and really clear your mind, because you're thinking a lot about a lot of things. You have the Four of Wands here, and why is the Four of Wands here for Leo and what you need to do now. Wow. One more card. Wow. All right. So with the Page of Wands here, so with the Page of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely there is that new cycle that's coming to an end. But the wheel is turning, you guys. End of a cycle. You're completing in the end of a cycle, so it's good. New beginnings are here. They're coming in, so it's nice. Remember that whatever's destined for you is going to find itself to you, okay? Your luck is changing for the better. You are definitely trying to move forward, and you will. With the Page of Wands here, I feel like you're going to go in a new direction. I also feel to believe in yourself and what you want to create, okay? Believe that you can do anything, Leo. I also feel like for you to have optimism, to be open. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities around you. Really focus, okay? Because they're going to be presented to you, so it's really nice. Changes here. Changes are going to come in. A lot of you guys could be on a spiritual journey also, but it's the same thing. Like a lot of things are going to change. I feel like there's opportunities here. There's going to be ideas. You're going to be very inspired. And just believe in yourself that you can create anything and do anything, okay? Try it. You just never know, okay? So now you have the Ace of Cups for the Ace of Cups for the what you need to work on. Why is the Ace of Cups here? One more card. Wow. Wow. All right. So you do have the Ace of Cups, and that is a new beginning, okay? So even though it is in the work, it's in the what you need to work on. It's like you need to work on this new beginning and enjoy it, feel it, enjoy it, step into it because it's yours, okay? It's here. You're completing a cycle, so new things are coming in. There could be a new person coming into your life. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a new person, just a new friend, acquaintance, somebody there. I also feel like your cup is overflowing. I feel like you're going to have a lot of creative ideas. I feel like you're going to be very inspired. Very nice. Just beautiful cup. Beautiful card to get. And then with the Tower and the Ten of Cups, my goodness, this is very nice, you guys. The Tower card is saying there is going to be a lot of changes coming in. And of course, because it is a new beginning. So just go with it, okay? Think positive and everything, you guys. You have all the tools to think positive. Don't let this feeling of trappedness or dealing with these decisions that make you feel like things are going to go bad. Think positive and everything will go forward, okay? So remember to think positive and everything. There is a lot of change coming in for you, but I feel with the Ten of Cups here, I feel like you're definitely things are going to change for you, and you're going to move towards this happiness with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is about feeling happy, moving towards happiness, thinking positive and everything, and that's what you need to do right now, okay? You have the Chariot card here. And why is the Chariot for the outcome? One more card. Nice, nice, nice. Let me see what this one is. Eight of Cups. Wow. Wow. All right. So here we go. So for your outcome, Leo, you did have the Chariot card, and you are definitely moving forward. You're getting things in control, so it's very nice. I also feel like a lot of you guys could be moving from resident to resident. I do feel there's traveling here also for you. And then with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're going to go on a different journey, on a different direction. I feel like you're leaving things behind because I feel like you're not going to want to deal with anything anymore. And I feel like you're just leaving things, all the drama, anything that was in your way, you're definitely leaving it behind. So it's good. This is a very nice card to get. I also feel like, you're just ready for this new journey to come through. And then with the King of Cups together with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're going to be able to handle anything that comes your way. You're going to be very emotionally balanced. You know how to deal with things. You've grown a lot. You've changed a lot. And now you're able to handle a lot. Your emotions are going to be very balanced. You're going to be very balanced. So it's good. It's very nice. I like this. This is all a beautiful reading. Just remember to take that blindfold off and really deal with any decision that you need to make. you know, because I feel like you're there. You know, really look at things differently. Look at it, you know, do your research, be open to all these opportunities that are coming in, because there is opportunity coming in. Um, Remember, you know, find your courage and your strength. There's a lot of good things here, Leo. A lot of good things here. All right, Leo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.